as we're moving into this sort of direction of Wayland, what is like the because you'll definitely see a lot of people talk about like how X11 is perfect for their setup. X11's amazing. It's for a bunch of different reasons, but like from your perspective, like where is X11? Like, how does it generally feel, and how is the state of things on the big desktops on Wayland right now?
I have one option for a desktop on Wayland, and that's GNOME.
Okay.
Everything else, broken in some fundamental way.
Okay.
If I had a number pad, it would be less of a problem because Orca's desktop layout is kind of more supported somehow. I don't know. But I don't. I use a laptop. My Orca key is the caps lock key. Every time I try and do an Orca command, first of all, my caps lock toggles.
Okay.
So figuring out what state my caps lock key is in is great because it doesn't say caps lock on or caps lock off. It just says caps lock. Thanks. Really helpful. Love that. And if I use like the flat review keys to like review text in a window that isn't scrollable by default, like I can't just use the arrow keys to scroll, like terminal output, for example. You press your arrow keys and it scrolls you through your command history. But I need to review like 5 lines ago. I've got to press caps lock U a few times. What happens every time I press U? It'll navigate me up a line, but then it'll insert a U in the terminal. And every time you insert a letter in the terminal, it dumps you back to the bottom.
Right, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it's over like I can just hit it 5 times and then be like, okay, entered 5 U's in different states of caps lock. I maybe KDE is better now. I don't honestly know. It's been a while since I tested it, but I will. Cosmic has this problem. Anything based on WL roots has this problem. I was really excited when the project that I used. There's a project called i38 that makes i3 accessible.
i38. Okay.
And it like generates an accessible config. And I was really excited when that project got Sway support. So I was like, oh, I can use this now? Cool, let me go do that. And I was like, oh wait, no, I can't. Never mind.
I'm not able to find this. You said i38, yes?
Yeah, here, I can link you.
Yeah, if you could do that, would be awesome. Because my search engine's just trying to correct me to i3, which is not helpful.
It's probably not very easy to find.
It's not exactly the best name for SEO. Oh, and it's not on GitHub. Okay, that makes...
Yeah, no, it's not on GitHub. It used to be on GitLab.
That took me to a 404 page.
Oh, because I that was my fault. Hold on.
Okay.
I linked you to the old URL.
Oh. Okay, that'll do it.
That one.
Ah. Okay, thank you. Awesome.
Yeah, this is the project.
Okay.
It generates accessible i3 configs. Amazing project, also amazing maintainer. They made audio games, like accessible games for the blind, also work on Linux through like an audio game manager thing that like sets up sandboxed wine installs, which is awesome. Basically like Proton, but for accessible games. It's great. I love it.
Okay, that's cool.
Different problem entirely, different thing, but it's great. So yeah, that's what I used, and then they got Sway support, and I was like, I can use this now. I can switch to Sway. I can stop having this window focused grabbed problem that I've been having forever.
For anyone who hasn't read the post, can you just briefly explain that?
So in Orca 47, there was a massive rewrite to how events were handled, and i3 has this bug where it doesn't set window focus properly. And so every time you issue a keyboard command, the window that is supposed to be in focus issues a grabbed event. And in order to improve accessibility to some other systems, they made it so that when window grabbed events are issued, Orca will announce them. And it will announce that you're in that application and where you are in that application. Like, for example, it will say Thunderbird inbox.
Right.
If I'm arrowing through my email messages, every time I hit an arrow key to go to the next email message, I don't hear my email message.
Mm-hmm.
I get Thunderbird inbox
Oh.
because it window grabbed, and then I get my email.
Oh, okay.
And it's a longer announcement than Thunderbird inbox. It's like Thunderbird inbox tab internal frame something 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 really verbose.
Okay. Right.
I couldn't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head because I kind of just block it out at this point. Like I just block it out because I don't want to deal with it.
Fair. Understandable.
But that's an issue, and I was like, I can finally switch to Sway, which doesn't have this problem. Amazing, and I tried it, and my dreams were shattered
Oh.
because I couldn't use it.
What is the problem on Sway?
The same thing as with everything else is that there's no global shortcuts handling. There's no dbus API for handling global keybinds.
Yeah.
This is a fundamental flaw with Wayland. With every compositor being built from protocols, why is there no protocol for this? Why is this not a protocol in Wayland already?
So
I understand that like it was proposed a dozen times, global shortcut portal and this and that. Global shortcut portal doesn't solve my problem.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to click allow every time I need to issue a command.
Yeah.
That's not helpful. Doesn't help me. So
yeah, this is a fundament. I fully agree with you here. Like this is just a problem. This is a fundamental issue with the approach that's been taken to Wayland development. Wayland has put, at least traditionally, things have changed for a lot of things, not for this yet. Put the idea of security ahead of everything else. And that's sort of the situation that's caused this, because a lot of the core Wayland people do not want anything like this to exist without there to be access controls on it. Which
is fine.
Sure.
I don't mind access controls. Look, even if I have to go in and change a deconf setting that's like org.free desktop. I don't care about your security.
Right.
I don't care what the path to the setting is. Give me a setting I can change.
Yeah.
Let me. Linux is all about freedom. Right? Linux is all about the user is free to decide what the user wants to do. Everyone agrees on that, right? Where's my freedom to just say, do you know what? I don't care.
Yeah, it's at the bare minimum, at least there is this thing on KDE, and Cosmic has it as well now, where for X11 applications you can just ignore that and let it listen in on your keyboard. But it doesn't help the Wayland apps.
If you try and run the screen, I've tried this. I've tried running Orca under X Wayland because obviously I was like, well, wonder if I can just do this.
Right.
Did try it. There's a library, and I'm not going to say what the library name is. I'm going to spell it out because I have no idea how you would say it without being rude.
Okay.
It's one of those named libraries that I don't think anyone really thought about why it was named this way, or maybe they did and just didn't care. There's a library that it uses for capturing flat review. And it is used to be or might still be a hard dependency, and it doesn't work in Wayland at all. It's called libwnk3. Understand why? I think you see the problem here, right?
Yeah. Wait. LIB.
I think that's how you spell it.
WNK3. Did I hear you correctly?
Yes.
Okay. For some reason, I'm not finding it.
I think that's how you spell it. Uh,
Yeah, it's not
it might have
showing.
another. It might have another letter in it.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I found it.
Oh,
Lib WNCK. I missed
uh,
the C.
WN.
Still problematic naming.
Okay, okay, okay.
Um, oh no. Um, but it was a hard dependency of Orca for a while, and it's required for Xorg.
Hmm.
Doesn't work in Wayland. Um,
Oh, it's the Window Navigator construction kit. Ah, yes, for sure, for
yes,
sure.
it got a specific nickname between me and my partner
Hmm.
when it was really broken, and like I was trying to get Orca to launch, even without flat review, and it was like, need this dependency, install that dependency, can't launch because this doesn't work. So we gave it a nickname. I'm sure you use your imagination as to what we called it. But it was a dependency. Then it was made a soft dependency. So then it was like a recommended.
Hmm.
Cool. That meant I could launch it under Wayland.
Hmm.
Um, awesome. Love that. And but I still couldn't launch it under X Wayland
Right.
because it needs to read every window, and
Yeah.
X Wayland stuff still can't see other applications that are running in Wayland only mode. And
Yeah.
if I'm gonna run everything under X Wayland, I may as well just not bother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually.
Like at that
Yeah.
point, I
Yeah.
may as well just use Xorg, right? Like,
Right. 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 Right.
um, and so this is a problem with Wayland because every single compositor has to implement this dbus API
Mm-hmm.
or like whatever patching was done in Mutter to make this work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I raised an issue. There was an accessibility issue on the Cosmic GitHub,
Mm-hmm.
and I like messaged in it a couple of days ago and was like, so what's the progress with this? And they like pointed me to a pull request where they're working on it and all this stuff. And so awesome, thank you.
Okay.
That's awesome. I love that. But I think that I don't think that WL roots is, and maybe that's like people can say, oh, well, why didn't you report it or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Um, and I guess I am going to provide a reason for that right now. Burnout.
Fair.
Like, how many bugs do I have to report
Yeah. No, I
to
get it.
just use my system? I'm just going to go back to the thing that works
Yeah.
because it works. I'm genuinely worried that Xorg is going to get removed from repositories.
I.
It's going to happen, and I don't like it. I'm not ready for it.
It will be in repositories. It will be removed. It is 100% being removed from Fedora soon.
That's fine. Fedora use GNOME primarily. I can use that. I'm happy with that. That's fine.
Well, okay, Fedora's a weird.
Do that.
I say soon, but Fedora's a weird case. I know Ubuntu. There are definitely some Ubuntu people that have talked about it. But it's always like. It's always going to be on Arch, right? Like, it's always going to be on Gentoo. It's always going to be, like, it...
Maybe the thing is moved to Linux from scratch. Build everything yourself, and then no one has to tell you to change.
Or, like Debian, right? Like, it's going to take Debian Like, Debian has some window managers from the 90s that haven't been updated in 27 years. So they're going to hold it, basically, until it stops compiling.
Yeah, which, great. I love that. But also, I don't like being on the back foot of hardware.
Right.
I like new hardware.
Mm.
I like to play games.
Mm.
Sometimes I have to boot into Windows to make those games accessible. Sorry, Linux people. Have to. Flight Simulation is a good example of that. Have to use Windows for that. So I don't like being on the back foot of hardware, and so eventually, Xorg is going to stop working on my hardware, and I'm just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
Do
you know what is kind of funny to me? When Mer was its own thing, it didn't have this problem.
Uh-huh.
This was not a problem.